And I'm Joel.
And welcome to Framed
Canvas Cuffs.
and Other Stuffs.
Season 2, baby.
Woo!
We're back. We're back. Can you believe it?
Polly ado.
Olé adieu.
Ugh.
Enjoy the episode.
Hello, Joel.
Hi.
How are you?
I love that jacket so much.
Thank you. Got it on my travels.
Yes.
The colour, isn't it? For those-
Yeah. I really like whatever color that is. Like almost, it's not a sage.
It's like a.
It's like a pea soup.
It's a. You know what? It is a bit pea soupy, or
Yeah.
like a specific olive,
Yeah.
but that's in the martini glass.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. It's lost a bit of its like darker
Dark-
green.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just wonderful.
You know what? If you want to see, come onto our YouTube.
Come look at Steph's funky jacket.
Yeah. Look at my jacket.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think. What are you recommending?
Why is this like the first time we're ever doing this?
Because it is, John. We've actually gone back in time.
Yeah.
We're in the future, but in the past at the same time.
First of all, before I do my recommendation, I was just having a thought. So, like, we've had an annoying couple of weeks because this is so boring, but I just have to tell you about it.
Okay, tell
The
me.
fan in our bathroom stopped working.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when that happens, like, you know, the exhaust fan, the like that sucks up all the air.
Mist.
Yeah. Usually when that happens, it's because it's got like dust and I don't know, probably cat hair. I don't know. Everything floats up there. We all float up here. And so we cleaned it out and we put it back up and still no bueno. So we have been steaming up our bathroom. Like we open up the window and it still doesn't go out. We put a fan on.
Slay.
Yeah, it's very that. And we've never had an issue with this before, ever. But we've got like little black mold spores happening.
Oh, no.
And I did message our lovely landlord a little while ago, being like, "This is happening. Can we get it fixed?" And it's been ages since, and we finally got an electrician coming in to have a look at it.
Mm.
But I'm 35 years old in a bathroom that has black mold spores growing in it. And it's not great.
And
I don't like it.
It feels very like what you were living. I remember back when I was living.
Do you remember our house with Hamish? Do you remember the bathroom? So I think that was before we knew like the dangers of black mold.
Yeah.
And I remember we like used to have like steamy showers and whatever, and then not together.
Not together. No.
But we'd have black mold growing. But we'd be I was always kind of like, oh my God, it looks like cow print.
Then we just just wipe it off the walls sometimes.
It's so disgusting. But like we didn't know the dangers of it. Yeah, it's a killer.
It's a killer.
It's a silent killer.
Killer.
So they're only tiny little ones, and because we've got like high ceilings, and I'm not about to get up on a ladder in our small like tile slippery bathroom trying to do all this. That's not for me to do. I'll kill myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's happening.
Yeah.
Just an annoying thing that's happening, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate, especially if you live in cities like Melbourne and whatever, where we've got these old buildings that just
grow mold. I was just realizing now how many houses I've lived in my youth, in my 20s, and how a lot of them had mold.
Yeah, but you just didn't really.
You don't think about it.
It wasn't all over the news back then.
No, I wasn't talking about it.
And we had a mouse the other day.
Oh.
I swear I don't live in like
a shack.
Our house is nice. Our house is lovely. Our apartment's lovely. But Obi was on like, our cat was on red alert the past week. Where like something's happening. He was prowling and hunting and just like staring under the fridge. And I'm like, to Lockie, I bet there's a mouse up here. And there's construction happening at the house next door.
Yep.
And so I reckon all the little cute little mice
like
are coming up. Yeah, because they go up when things are happening below. The other night, Lockie saw the mouse dart across the living room. Obi tried to get it. Obi did get it, didn't know what to do with it, and just kind of batted it around, being like, I don't know. I'm an indoor cat. This is all new to me. And then obviously the mouse got startled, played dead. And
This
then
is my worst nightmare.
Lockie went near. Oh, it was a cute little dormouse, though. It was really cute. It wasn't like a rat. It was like a little marsupial. And then it darted off and hid in one of my Crocs. And so Lockie got the top of a box and my Croc and took it to the park across the road and set it free. And now it's nature's problem to deal with. If an owl comes and gets that mouse, that's the circle of life, honey. And it's not our issue because I didn't want to kill that mouse.
I have such a phobia of mice. I do not like them. However, do you want to learn a horrifying fact that I learned about a mouse? Oh, mice.
A mouse?
A mouse.
A specific
One
mouse?
specific mouse. Anywhere a pencil can go, a mouse can go because it can elongate its body.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'll believe it when I see it.
I don't ever want to see it.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see a mouse like Alex macking it through like underneath the door frame.
Just liquid.
How?
I don't know.
How does that happen?
Also, just speaking of things that you won't believe until you see, guess what we saw when we were on holiday? It's a really big deal in my life.
What?
Baby pigeon.
You never see baby pigeons.
You never see baby pigeons because they grow to adult size in the nest and then it goes out into the world.
Right. Oh, that's
I saw a baby pigeon.
It wasn't where it was meant to be.
It wasn't where and you know what? What a sight to behold.
Pigeons notoriously make really crap nests as well because they've lost all sense of like because they're so street smart now. Like they live
on the street.
Yeah, they live on the streets. They've kind of lost their function of building nests. So there's like you see pigeons kind of building nests and they don't quite do it right. It's like one straw at a time. Like it looks really shitty. Because they've lost they've lost that natural instinct. I saw a video of a cat that was pregnant and it was in someone's kind of barn area.
Yeah.
And this pigeon was bringing the cat little twigs to make a nest for the cat.
Oh,
and it was very cute.
Very cute.
But people in the comments were reading this pigeon down the field being like, pigeons don't know how to make nests anymore because they're too...
Pigeons are focused on the wrong thing.
Yeah, they've been too humanized and
we created the problem of pigeons.
Yeah.
We bred them for food and I think for carrying messages. Yeah, we thought they'd be a source of food.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, they're swimming with disease.
The plague, I guess.
I hate it when you're in the city and you see like one pigeon with like a fucked leg and you're just like, oh, that poor pigeon is so sick.
Anyway, that's Pigeon Hour. And we'll see you next week.
Anyway, we're getting the black mold fixed and we don't have mice anymore, so you can come stay at my house if you like. I don't know why I just decided to air that out.
You know what? Sometimes you have to talk about things.
Sometimes you do.
And once you're really opening the door and being vulnerable about black mold.
Our apartment's nice and we're clean people. It's the exhaust
Melbourne.
fan.
It's Melbourne.
And it's Melbourne. It's these old houses. And we like long, steamy showers. We're not in a drought right now, so I don't feel bad about saying
We're always in a drought, Joel.
Well, it rained the other day. My recommendation, however, is I've been since I watched K-pop Demon Hunters, I know I've talked about it, everyone's talking about it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Lockie and I decided, I saw you looking at my microphone.
Going.
Lockie and I decided to watch this show called Popstar Academy on Netflix.
I have seen that pop up on my Netflix.
Yes.
Do I need to watch?
Yes, you do. It's like, remember the show Popstars back in the day?
Sophie Monk?
Yes. It's kind of like that, but with a K-pop twist. So they've selected...
More intense.
Yes. So they've selected this group, this K-pop production group have selected 50 odd girls from around the world to create this global K-pop group.
Yeah.
So think Spice Girls where each one has their own kind of thing.
Mhm.
The girl group that they're trying to create is like a different girl from every country, essentially.
Ah.
But put a K-pop spin on it. So their songs are going to be K-poppy. They're
Yeah.
going to train like their K-pop artists.
My goodness.
It is so hectic what they make these girls do.
Yeah.
It is so, and the girls want to do it. They want to be K-pop
Yeah.
stars. But just like in regards to like the dance training, some of them are really good dancers, but they're not strong singers. So they need to be able to like learn how to sing at the same time. Some of them are terrible dancers, but they're really good singers and they've got star quality.
Yep.
So they need practice dancing, and each episode they cull a bunch of girls, and they eventually form a K-pop girl group, which is pretty popular at the moment. They're called Cat's Eye.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just really interesting to see kind of how the beast works
Yeah.
in K-pop.
And how
And they are hella successful now, the girl group.
it's like how manufactured it all is, but it doesn't mean that they're not talented or they're not
Well, they have to be talented.
Yeah.
Like they have to be able to like pick up this choreography, learn how to sing, like do all these things. They're not getting any like special treatment. They need to be the best at what they do. And these people are like really pushing them for it.
It's like the average lifespan of a K-pop group is about 6 months, right? And if it breaks 6 months, it's like out of the ordinary.
Yeah. And also like they had girls in there who were like 18 and she was like, I'm worried that I'm like aging out of K-pop. But then they had girls who were like 14 and I'm like, you've got this 14-year-old girl like dancing to Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Just wild.
Yeah. It's a really interesting watch. The way that they made the documentary is like really well done.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. It's very addictive.
Yeah.
Popstar Academy.
Popstar Academy.
Popstar Academy - Cat's Eye.
Cat's Eye.
Yeah. What about you?
Honestly, this week has been busy. It's our first week back in work from our holiday.
Yes.
So I've done the sevens. We've been doing
Oh,
this,
I love your new campaign, with the briefcase.
briefcase?
Yeah. It's cool.
painted it myself.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
very clever.
So yeah, have to do a lot of like getting back into the swing of the pod, trying to work out what I'm doing with the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Existential dread.
Yeah.
All that stuff. So really not a lot of time to consume.
Yes.
Something that I hadn't mentioned last time we recorded that I'll mention this time, and I'm actually just like, go us for a little bit, is that because I wanted to make sure it worked. We got a new lens on the camera, so the video quality is better.
Is this the first time we're using it today?
We used it, technically the last episode that went up, that was the first time we used it.
Oh, I'll have to look at
and
it.
It's a lot sharper. It's a lot less grainy. It makes my editing process so much easier.
Oh, I haven't watched the video one yet. I've only listened to it on Spotify. Yes.
So just a little upgrade for the pod for us. So
Very nice. Oh, we're coming at you crystal clear.
Crystal
Don't look
clear.
at my paws.
Don't look at my face. Just we look
We're just
haggard.
fully high def. You can just see every
Liz
every
Lemon
crack.
on the
Yeah.
Ooh.
Got broken capillaries all over my face.
Just reinvesting in what we're doing. So
Very nice.
Very nice. Very, very good. So just a lot happening in that space. And so yeah, just too busy to consume.
Look, and that's fine. You're getting back into the swing of things.
And just another random, as we're just talking about random shit this on the start of this pod, I have been trying to get more deep sleep because that's when you actually feel super rested. So there's many different types of sleep.
Yep.
Deep sleep is the one you want
Yeah.
because your body actually
You want to get to that level of REM, that level 9.
level 9.
Yeah.
So
The closest to death.
I want to be a corpse when I fall asleep. I have not been using my phone when I get into bed.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that.
Which I am bad at. I'm on my phone all the time. And so I've not been using my phone. As soon as I get into bed, I've like put my phone to sleep. I'm sleeping so much better, and it's only
You can
been
do
4
laptop.
days.
I have laptop on like the lowest brightness, and it's so much different to if you're on your phone in bed. I think it's just because content is just being like thrown at you, and your brain doesn't stop. But I put on a YouTube video with someone with a really calm voice talking about the the worst games that came out on the Super Nintendo or something like that. I'm asleep in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. And also you can set your phone a few hours before you go to bed to warm mode. And apparently it's...
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know. So I'm trying...
Yeah.
Anyway.
No phone before bed.
No phone before bed. Set it to warm mode and put your sleep on so you don't get any messages.
Yep.
And then sometimes you realize that you went to bed at 8 o'clock and you got a message at like 8:15 and you're like, I was asleep by then because I didn't even see that message.
Perfect. No, I've been practicing this for ages.
Oh, good.
And
you are well rested.
Yes. I slept through the mouse debacle the other night. It was happening like at 9:30, 10 o'clock. And
you were sound asleep.
I was sound asleep. And apparently Lockie even came in and was just like, there's a mouse. And I just didn't move.
You really are in that deep sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm joining you on the journey.
Oh, I love sleep. I can sleep anywhere.
I wish. I'm sleeping right now.
Yeah.
Well, Joel, should we jump into this week's episode?
Let's go.
So this week's episode, I actually don't know what it's about.
Stop. What?
So yesterday, SJ said to me, I'm going to write you an episode.
Oh, yay.
And she said, and you guys are going to read it out we're going to read it out the pod, go through it together.
Oh my God. This is so exciting.
I know. A little bit of a mix up.
Yes.
So I have no idea what it's about.
Oh.
The only person in the room that does is SJ, who's off camera currently.
Yeah.
So
with a smirk on her face.
She did say, I hope this is good. And I was like, I don't know.
It's a really offensive take on something.
Just like saying that I'm just like dictating the worst things possible. All right. So this is called
There Are Only Two Genders by
My Manifesto by Stephanie Bursell. Do you ever think, okay, just a side, do you ever think because I'm not going into there's only two genders, but because we're putting ourselves out online and on content and all that kind of stuff and our voices being heavily recorded, one day all of our voices will just be cut together and we could be said to be saying the most crazy things.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I love Trump.
Yeah, but we'd be in different, you'd have to watch the video because we'd be in different crazy outfits every second.
So, yeah, that's why we do it. Anyway.
Let's read this manifesto.
Let's read it. The Rikers Island Heist.
Ooh.
Right.
Rikers Island, I've heard of that.
Joel, did you know that there was once a Salvador Dali original painting hanging in the cafeteria of Rikers Island Prison in New York City?
Get out of town.
That's a silly place to put a painting. It's buzzing with crime.
Oh, my God.
For those who haven't watched...
I'd love it if it was just that sentence and then in brackets discuss. And then that was it.
I also like that I'm reading this and I'm thinking about SJ saying it, but I'm saying it to you.
Yeah.
It's a weird...
Yeah, it's fun.
This is weird. For those who haven't watched 9,000 episodes of Law & Order SVU, Olivia Benson, we'd love to see her. Rikers Island Prison is a real place, located between the Bronx and Queens in New York City. And it's a real prison with real bad guys. In 2005, it's actually still a prison. So shout out to any inmates currently listening to this episode of the podcast. Hang in there.
2025. Hang in there, guys. Hopefully not long to go.
Counting down the days. Yeah. Send us a letter. This story takes us back to 1965. And at the time, Rikers Island was already known as a tough, overcrowded, and bleak place.
New York prisons would be so scary.
Any prison is terrible.
I don't know. The ones in Switzerland look pretty nice.
Or the one that Martha Stewart went to.
Oh yeah.
Like white collar crime prison, I could probably do.
Yeah. Have you seen the Switzerland ones? They look like wellness retreats.
You know what? Rehabilitation is probably yeah. You didn't want to end up there as it was for the worst of the worst offenders. Rikers Island, not where you want to be. At that time, the jail housed several thousand men in old barrack-style buildings.
Hot.
Conditions were harsh, with frequent reports of violence, poor sanitation, and understaffing.
Not hot.
Not hot. Sanitation, not hot. So why on earth would Rikers Island Prison have an original Salvador Dali painting hanging in the prison cafeteria?
An original?
Yeah. This is what it says. Any ideas? ? In brackets. Discuss any ideas you might have. Why would it be there? Okay, this is my take.
Okay.
Cafeteria lady.
Yes.
She's like, my son picked up this beautiful painting and I thought I'd bring it into work and put it in the cafeteria.
Perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Love how you said cafeteria lady, as it could also be a cafeteria man.
Probably is, but you know what? Let's give some women some jobs in these male prisons.
Yeah, actually true. No, I don't think they could have a cafeteria lady in the male prison.
Hey,
I'm assuming it's
boys.
like the inmates, like they go on a roster.
Okay, yep.
I think it might be one of the prison directors.
Ooh, okay,
Might have
yep.
had it, or they bought it not knowing that it was original, thinking that it was just a pretty picture.
Okay, so you think it's a director?
Or someone's brought it into the prison not knowing that it was a real Dali,
Yeah.
thinking it was just a nice picture, a la the Stuart Little thing,
Yes, right.
where someone found it at a thrift store or wherever, and it ended up being
Yeah.
one of those.
One of those cases.
But I'd like to be proven wrong because I'd like another twist on this.
Twist on this.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Check out our Stuart Little episode to hear more about that. We'll put
Yeah,
the number up.
that was a fun
here.
one.
That was a fun
Yeah.
one. All right. So perhaps Salvador Dali was once a prisoner at Rikers Island and did the painting while incarcerated and left it there.
Ooh, he would have struggled in Rikers.
Oh, yeah. I don't think
no.
he's not built for prison.
No.
That jaunty mustache,
That
man.
mustache wouldn't have gone down well.
He was a strange man. Perhaps it. Oh, right. You've given me the dot points to discuss, but we just went on a tangent ourselves.
Oh, yes.
Perhaps it was used as a bargaining chip by a member of the New York City mob to reduce their sentence or allow them special privileges while being in the big house.
Ooh.
You know what? We have heard of that. We always know art is used as a little bit of a bargaining chip for sentences.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Salvador Dali, who was alive and kicking in 1965, which is crazy.
Yeah.
How old would he have been in 1965?
He had a pet aardvark. No, pet anteater.
Yeah, I
Used to walk
play
it
the clip.
Yeah.
When he went on, like, it did look a little bit like animal abuse, but like,
Yeah.
it was a very striking entry into a talk show.
Yes.
Maybe he had a pen pal on the inside of jail and sent them original painting as a gift.
Oh, perhaps.
Imagine that, being like, I've got an original. Perhaps this story is a reverse heist where the thief stole the painting and was sent to the joint for a different crime and took it with them to share with the inmates.
Oh.
It's not, but that would be amazing.
Yeah. I don't think you can
Bring your
Yeah, it's
personal
not like
items
you're going
here.
into the Big Brother house and you get to bring like
10 items.
10 items. You think,
And you got to choose between your hair straightener and hairspray.
Yeah. Oh no, Big Brother.
Big brother, give me back my hairspray. Or perhaps it's even stranger again.
Oh. I'm
Ooh.
going to go with that one.
This is a very strange story about Salvador Dali, Rikers Island heist. Right, we're going to jump into the story now. It's a chilly morning in February 1965. The Vietnam War is raging and the sexual revolution was about to begin for women everywhere with the invention of the pill. 1965 is too late for the pill to be invented. Anyway, it's not an integral part to the story, but it's good to know when women started taking the pill.
Yeah.
But we'll also be careful about taking the pill. It gives women strokes. Anywho, consult your doctor. Salvador Dali has been a leading figure of the surrealist movement for over 3 decades. His dreamlike, meticulously painted images, the persistence of memory, with its melting clocks, were instantly recognizable to the general public, even those with little interest in fine art. And I believe if I said the melting clocks, you'd probably know what I'm talking about.
No idea. No, of course I do. Yeah.
Roxy Andrews wore a dress.
Yes, she did.
Not great, but anywho.
Not great. No.
He was also known as quite the showman with a flamboyant public image. Who can forget his eccentric mustache, velvet capes, and the fact that he talked in riddles like the Crypt Keeper.
He sounds so annoying.
He does sound like he sounds so annoying, but
Be the most annoying like dinner party guest.
yeah, you kind of just like,
Yeah.
unless behind the scenes he's just like totally normal dude.
Yeah.
And he's just like, you know what? This is just my persona.
Mm-hmm.
On that day in February 1965, Salvador Dali was supposed to be heading to Rikers Island to teach an art class.
Oh.
Interesting. Imagine being in prison and being like, guys, I've got to go to my art class and Salvador
Dali's teaching.
That is crazy. One of the most popular artists ever was hired to teach an art class at literally one of the worst prisons in America. The inmates were literally having... The inmates were literally having to shit in pillowcases because the sanitation system was so terrible. But they had the kind of money to bring in Salvador Dali for art class.
Priorities.
Art, it's important. Dali had been asked to visit Rikers Island, and the arts advocates who wanted to bring cultural programs into the jail, Dali had agreed to hold an art class with the inmates, part of a broader mid-1960s push to humanize prisons through education and cultural exposure.
Mm-hmm. And it sounds just quirky enough for Dali to be like, yes.
Yes. Actually, yes, I will. On the morning of the visit, however, Dali reportedly woke up with a fever at his suite in the St. Regis Hotel, and couldn't attend. He pulled a sickie.
Yeah.
He wasn't sick. He was like doing this. He called up. I was like,
I'd be scared.
Would you?
Yeah,
I think
kinda.
the security would be so high.
True. But also I feel like maybe the inmates might not be that well versed in the Dali and might be like, who's this fruitcake coming in with his velvet cape? He's like, hi boys, maybe I'll stay the night.
Anyone want a bunk buddy? So yeah, I don't think maybe they get around it.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what prisoners are saying in the 1960s.
No, neither.
So, as an apology, he quickly sketched a surreal version of Christ on the cross in watercolor and charcoal and inscribed it with a dedication to Rikers and sent it over the same day.
Oh.
Yeah. He's too sick to go there and teach them art, but he has the time to wake up, do a full huge painting, and before the end of the day, he sent it delivered in and had it delivered into the prison. To be fair.
And they're not coming to pick that up. He's got to go down to the post office.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So
he has chucked a sickie.
He has chucked it. You know what? He did say, I don't think I'm going to fit in prison. I'm just going to paint them a picture.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pre-planned fake
what
sick
if the prisoners were really looking forward to it?
Yeah, and you know what? What if Scotty was like, you know what? I'm not going to shiv anyone because I'm definitely going to go to this art class.
Maybe this will turn me around.
And then he didn't turn up, so he's like, I'm shiving.
I'm going shiv crazy.
Shiv crazy. This is weird because I'm reading things that we've just said, but SJ's written it in the past.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, sounds like pre-planned fake sick day to me. Like when you cough a little bit at work the day before, you plan to pull a sickie.
You got to plant that seed.
So that everyone thinks you're getting sick, but you're faking it. And you just planted the seed for that sickie you're going to pull the next day.
I feel a bit funny.
Or you say, my roommate's been really sick this week. Oh, dear.
I hope I haven't got that thing going around.
Oh, I hear it's been going around. Here is a picture of what the painting that Salvador Dali sent to Rikers Island Prison looks like. It's titled Christ on the Cross and it's inscribed for, we have mentioned this, for the dining room of the prisoners, Rikers Island, 1965.
Oh, geez.
It's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Tell the people what you see, Joel.
I see. So, okay. There's a giant splatter in the middle, which looks like someone's just like thrown blood at a canvas, but that's actually Jesus's head. And there's a cross behind it. It's Jesus on the cross with his head down, but his head is done in a way where he's like, Dali's like thrown something at the canvas. So it's very like splatter vibes. It doesn't look great to me, and it looks a bit depressing.
Yeah.
But then, did you see the Jesus painting next to it?
No.
The one next to it, which someone else has obviously done, Jesus kind of looks like a Muppet. But it's a bit more hopeful because Jesus is like looking up. This one looks like Jesus has been sniped in the head.
Right.
Yeah. Wouldn't you agree? I'm like, that's not very like the food in there is not appetizing enough. And then you've got splatter Jesus.
Then you've got splatter Jesus, and you kind of go.
It's not hopeful. It's not a hopeful image.
No, it feels
slapdash.
It does feel like he just went, this'll do.
Yeah.
You know what? That's enough.
Yeah.
So it was Dali's wish for this drawing to be displayed for everyone to see in the prison cafeteria, which I personally think is really nice of him. Not just to be given to the warden for their private office or to be sold.
Mm-hmm.
From here, the story gets a bit boring, to be honest.
Yeah.
The painting literally just hung in the cafeteria of the prison at Rikers Island for almost 20 years. In this unlikely setting, among plastic trays, steel tables, and the noise of mealtime, one of the world's most famous artists was represented by a fragile sketch of Christ on the cross. Beautiful imagery there, SJ. In 1981, during a meal, a prisoner reportedly hurled a coffee cup right at the painting, splattering liquid across the paper and leaving a stain. It wasn't even in a frame. Can you believe it? Maybe that's the stain we saw.
Wait, is the splatter that I saw that Dali did that?
Dali did that.
Yeah, but someone else threw coffee at it.
You know what? Probably added to the painting.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
Bit of colour.
Added something. Once it was damaged by the coffee, the prison officials decided they should probably send it off for a cleanup. So they sent it to an art restorer who was an expert in Dali works. What do you reckon the Dali expert is going to find when they go to authenticate this piece? It's going to be fake.
What?
Surely.
Oh, I hope not. I was just going to say, having coffee on it might have given it that cool like weathered effect. You know when you were doing like a history paper in school and used to teabag the paper and singe the sides with a lighter?
Yeah. And you'd be like, I've made a map. And you thought you were so cool. You're like, wow, my teacher's going to be impressed. She's like, this is the 12th one I've seen this year. Had you on the edge of your seat there, didn't I? Yeah. The authenticator did confirm that, yes, this drawing is a Salvador Dali original. Oh, double tricked us. You tricked us. Red herring. After that, the drawing's journey became almost as surreal as its origins. Ooh. Maybe you should be writing all the episodes, SJ.
I'm gripped.
You know what? This is going to be one of those things where we go, God damn it. SJ has this tendency, for those of you who don't know SJ who's listening, SJ has this tendency to pick up things really easy and naturally and do it better than most people around her. She does this in sports. She does this in editing. She does this in writing by the seams of things. So I have spent almost a year writing episodes and she comes along.
You slowly start getting pushed out of the episodes. SJ just starts replacing you.
We
never mention it.
Yeah. She's got this real tendency to be very good at everything she does. So guess I better up my game before I get booted.
No, you're both great.
Shh. Anyway, after this, the drawing's journey becomes almost surreal as its origins. It was shuffled between storerooms, filed away in forgotten corners of the prison, and at one point nearly thrown out, as if it was just another piece of clutter. Each rediscovery reminded officials of its value, but also of how out of place it is in this environment. Eventually, officials decided it was too precious to leave hidden. They put it on display, not for the inmates Dali had dedicated it to, but in a glass case in the lobby of the Eric M. Taylor Center, where staff and visitors passed each day. Locked behind plexiglass, the Dali became a showpiece for the administrators rather than a gesture of compassion for the prisoners. Wonder if we should be putting more art in prisons.
Yeah.
Maybe that would make...
Maybe there is murals and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to go to prison.
Or just get them to tell us. Or just Google.
Just a little crime, just in there for like a couple of weeks.
I feel like if you go into prison, though, you've got to commit a big crime.
Yeah, but a big little crime.
big little
crime.
Big little crimes. The irony is hard to miss. A work Dali created as a gift for inmates meant to inject dignity and imagination into one of the city's bleakest spaces ended up out of their reach, caged behind glass in a jail lobby.
Well, they were throwing stuff at it.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. You made your bed.
Yeah.
You've made your bed twice. You're in prison.
And it was in there for ages.
Yeah. And you know what? It's not his best work.
No, far from.
So now we're in 2003. The painting has been at Rikers Island prison in a variety of ways for over 38 years. Dali is dead. Oh, he died on January 23rd, 1989. That's the 23rd of January is SJ's birthday. This is why she likes this story.
Oh.
Maybe you're the reincarnated Salvador Dali.
Salvador Dali.
Yeah, you don't want to be reincarnated Salvador Dali. He has some very strange views on the world, but maybe you are. And you're just changing your views. Anywho, but people still love his art and the surrealist movement that he claims to have started. Yeah, he did claim to have started. On the 1st of March 2003, a fire alarm rings out at Rikers Island prison. Can you imagine the chaos?
Oh, it would have been crazy.
The prisoners using the noise
as a distraction. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
No, you can. But we said shanking. To shank their rivals, the screams of incarcerated inmates terrified that they will perish in a fire if they're unable to escape from their prison cells.
Oh, that would be terrifying. That's so depressing.
Yeah, the LA fires. Remember when that was happening and there was a prison that they locked down and everyone's like, those prisoners could boil in there.
Because honestly, like, imagine the logistics of quickly getting prisoners out of a prison while a crazy event is happening.
Oh, it's
no time to do head counts.
No. Everyone's just
are we all here?
Right, that seems about right. 1, 2, 3, 7. Yeah.
All right, everyone grab your buddy.
We're going to do the number call.
Yeah.
1, 2. Inmates using the distraction as a way to escape the prison and break free. Or perhaps the visitors trying to scramble to safety so that they aren't mistaken for inmates and then put into jail under a false identity while the real prisoner whose cell they were forced to live in can go back and assume their new lives.
Ooh.
And then
God, I knew I shouldn't have worn my orange jumpsuit to go visit the prison.
I knew I should.
Damn you, ASOS.
Oh. During the fire alarm, Christ on the Cross by Salvador Dali, once gifted to the inmates at Rikers Island prison, is removed from its plexiglass case, rolled up and replaced by a forgery version of the same piece. The Dali has been stolen.
Oh.
Now we're going to move into the suspects, Joel.
Okay. I mean, it wouldn't be his trickiest work to recreate.
I mean, the inmate essentially recreated it on the canvas for them.
Yeah.
With a splashed
coffee. Yep.
Now, before we jump into the suspects, I haven't read this list. Of the people we've met so far, of just like generalization, who do you think? I reckon it was the authenticator.
Oh.
And he's switched it out and given them back.
But what was he doing hanging around the prison?
I reckon he switched it out before the fire alarm.
Oh.
And they've only realized because of the fire alarm.
Ah, I think so too.
Or.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, let's read on.
Yeah, no, I've got no idea. In my brain, it's just a prisoner breaking the plexiglass and going yoink, and then putting another one up.
Well, let's find out. All right, the suspects. Now, we're in a place of thieves, criminals, con men, mob bosses. They're all the main inhabitants. The list of potential suspects is huge if you consider the past and present inmates, but let's narrow it down. Suspect number 1, Lucien Duval.
Ooh.
Lucian. That's Lucian. Lucian Duval, the thief. Lucian Duval was a bit of a shit thief. From the New Jersey area in the 1970s. When I say he was shit, I mean he was terrible because he was a terrible thief because he always seemed to get caught. Yeah. He spent a lot of time during the 1960s and 70s locked up for being involved in different crimes. Many of them included theft and extortion, and he kind of just seems like an all-around dud.
Yeah, but a sexy name.
Yeah. Duval did a stint in Rikers in the late 1970s that lasted for 5 years. Now keep that in mind that this painting was hanging in the cafeteria during the 1970s, so Duval would have seen it. The artwork being so new at the prison at the time, he surely would have known it was Dali and its history.
Mm.
Now, Duvall was not a prisoner at Rikers Island during 2003, but he had knowledge of the painting from when he was there in the 1970s. He would have had quite a bit of time to think about it and plan it.
Yeah.
For a bit of background context, in the 1970s, a Dali original would have been worth about $2,000 to $10,000 USD, depending on the size of the paper.
Mm-hmm.
By 2003, they were worth up to $500,000 USD.
Yes.
So it's a big jump
Mm-hmm.
over a small amount of time. All right. So, suspect number 2.
Can't be him because he's the first one.
Red herring, you
never,
reckon?
It's never A.
It's never the red.
Everyone doing your tests and your VCAs and HSCs, it's never A.
And you know what? It's never C either because they know. Suspect number 2.
Yep.
Vincent Morse, the professor.
Oh,
Was the
okay.
professor in the candles. The Colonel Mustard. In the,
Mustard.
I feel like we should have a little clue, you know.
In the library.
Yeah, with the candles.
With the candlestick. Clue is so hard to play in other words. Clue's hard.
I love Clue. I love it.
It was really tricky for me to follow last time I played, and I'm like, I remember this being easier when I was younger, but for some, I had a few wines, and I was just like, wait a second.
What
am I meant to
Scarlett. In 2003, there was an inmate at Rikers Island named Dustin Morse. He's a low-level mob guy with ties to the crime families in New York City. And he's locked up in Rikers Island on a weapons charge. He's not our suspect. His cousin is. Vincent Morse made the trek to Rikers Island on Christmas Day in 2002 to visit his cousin Dustin. He's a professor in NYU who teaches 20th century modernism, which would have most likely covered art movements and famous artists during that time.
He would have known.
He would have known. On Christmas Day, he walked into the lobby and unlike most people walking by, he immediately recognized the painting as a genuine Dali. Now, Vinny is a good guy. He's a bit of a square, but his cousin Dusty, now that's a guy with the kind of connections someone might want if they're going to steal a piece of art from a literal fortress. Very true.
I went to school with a Dusty, and his name wasn't Dustin, it was actually Dusty.
Dusty Springfield.
Oh, yes.
Dusty. What a name.
The cool name.
It is a cool name. I feel like with a name like Dusty, you're kind of destined for like some kind of fame.
Yeah.
You know?
Whatever happened to Dusty? I can't remember his last name.
Look him up. Go on the Facebook. Suspect number 3, the guards.
I'm not vibing Dusty and the Professor. I could be wrong.
Okay. We could all be wrong.
I think he's too square to
say
do
let's.
this. Yeah.
And I feel like he might appreciate and understand he might be like, no, that the painting should be in jail because the inmates deserve to see art too. Like
yeah,
he might have
and that was the intention of Salvador.
Yeah, get it behind the walls of the prison, get it out of the hallway, but let the prisoners see it, but it deserves to be there.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got the deputy warden, the assistant deputy warden, and a couple of officers, which are going to collectively call the guards. Their names are Benny, Tim, Greg, and Mitchell. I'm going to say it's the guards because we've got very specific.
Okay.
Anyway, now these guards literally see what it's like day to day, in and out for the prisoners. Why would they want to risk becoming prisoners themselves?
That was what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, they know what goes on in there. Why would they ever risk that to poop in
a pillowcase?
Pillowcases.
Especially
It'd turn you off doing any kind of crime.
And also, if you go from if you go from running the jail to being in the jail, you're getting shivved.
Yeah.
Shivered.
Yes. You'd have to go to a different jail.
Filled with only
wardens.
Only wardens and policemen. Especially being housed in the same prison where they worked. They would be lamb-shanked in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You know what? Power to them.
Yep.
Obviously, they had the means. They worked in the prison, knew where the painting was, and probably knew the story behind it from the prison history. They had the opportunity because they worked there, and the painting was now displayed in an area for staff and visitors to see and not prisoners. And of course, they had the motive of money since the drawing was worth about $500,000. So, who do you think out of our 3 suspects stole the painting?
I'm going to say it's Mr. Thief. I know I said it's never A, but he's making the most sense to me because he's got a history of thieving. He's been in and out of prison. What's one more stint, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe he thought this one could be his one that he doesn't get caught for because it all kind of lined up perfectly for him.
Yeah. Or he's like, it's kind of like he's so dumb that he would steal a painting that's in the jail. Like, I feel like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's...
I'm going with, what was his name? Don Zenzo. He had a sexy name. Lucian
Duvall.
Yep.
Well, I see that.
Who do you think?
I'm going to go with Vincent Morse, the professor.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to say that maybe he didn't instigate this crime himself, but he gave the information to his cousin and was like, "Oh, that's a Dali. That's pretty.
Okay,
that's pretty cool." Like, and then the cousin did it all.
Yeah.
So it's like he unintentionally committed the crime
by proxy. Yes. Okay.
So we're locking that in.
Oh yeah, I kind of agree with you, but I'm gonna stick to my guns and say
It's A. Okay.
Lucian.
And I'll say B.
Okay.
So, it's March 1st, 2003, and the fire alarm is going off at Rikers Island prison. However, the fire alarm is only a ruse. There is no fire and there is no chaos because only the lobby of the visitor center where the Dali lives is evacuated. The prisoners probably didn't even know that this was happening.
Oh.
Once everyone is out, our thief makes his way over to the Salvador Dali painting, takes off the plexiglass and removes the priceless piece of one-of-a-kind art right off the wall.
Oh.
Now, before they make their sleek getaway, they take a forged version of Christ on a cross and staple gun it to the wall. Yes, they just flat out stapled it there.
And who would be able to do such a forgery? Someone who studied
art. Unfortunately, there's no images of the forged painting. However, based on several sources, the forgery is absolutely terrible and most people thought it was a joke.
Oh.
So maybe not
well,
the art.
maybe not. Maybe a warden got out his Crayolas.
And said, that'll do.
That'll do.
It's just a stick figure.
Yeah, connector pens.
Yeah. For starters, it was a different size to the original and was much smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Guys. Secondly, it wasn't even constructed with the same materials. Dali's was Indian ink on paper and the forgery was oil paint on canvas.
Okay.
In terms of quality, witnesses described the forgery as appearing to have been crafted by a child and one lacking artistic talent, even for a child.
Mm-hmm.
Worst of all, the forgery was affixed to the wall with staples instead of its gold gilded frame, which had simply vanished. In its place, a new frame, in quotes, had been lazily painted directly onto the canvas.
Oh.
So it's like they've
painted the frame on. Yeah. That's very, what's that show that you talked about?
Oh, Designing Sense?
Designing Sense. That's very Designing Sense. Painting the frame on.
Okay, back to the heist. Moments pass and all of the evacuated people are let back into the lobby. It doesn't take long for them to discover that the Dali original is gone. An investigation is launched.
Mm-hmm.
So who did it? What emerged was a bizarre twist. The thieves weren't prisoners or outside criminal masterminds who make a living out of stealing priceless art, but the very officers sworn to guard both the jail and its strange artistic treasure.
Oh my God.
We both got it wrong.
We did.
The call was coming from inside the house?
Yes. These idiots.
That's right, Diva. The guards did it. Now, how did the police figure it out? Let's find out. Well, it's pretty simple.
It was their mates.
Because they literally they heard them talking about it.
Covered in paint.
They're like, it's like, do you want to see what I did? Yeah. Well, it's pretty simple, to be honest. The plexiglass case where the Dali lived had a lock and key. The thief used a key to get into the case. There was absolutely no damage to it. That's a big red flag. So who had the key? The deputy warden and the assistant deputy warden. Secondly, the fire alarm that got everyone out of the building at the time of the heist, turns out it wasn't a fire alarm. It was a training drill orchestrated by the deputy warden and assistant deputy warden. I mean, come on, guys. This is some pretty sloppy heisting.
Yeah.
I mean, they're wardens. They're not criminal masterminds.
Yeah.
The scandal made headlines, and eventually one of the guards cracked and dobbed everyone else in.
Dibber-dobbers.
This is within a few days, by the way. They didn't even last a few years getting away with this crime.
Yeah.
And usually, as we know, paintings go missing for years.
Yes.
All right. So sentences. Here we go. Mitchell Hockhauser was the deputy warden.
Mm-hmm.
Pled guilty. He was sentenced to 1 to 3 years in prison.
I wonder what prison.
He was the highest ranking official to actually serve time. Please note, this was a super short sentence, even shorter than some of the prisoners at Rikers who were serving for unpaid speeding fines.
Oh.
Oh, no.
You can't go to prison for that anymore, can you?
You can go to prison for whatever they decide you can go to prison for.
Yeah, I guess.
The system's pretty corrupt these
yeah,
days.
True.
Anyway, we're not going to go into that.
No.
Timothy Pena, he was a guard. He pled guilty and received probation and a fine. No prison time.
Oh,
good job.
Good job, Pina.
Pina colada. Greg Sokol pled guilty. Also received probation and a fine. No prison time. Benny Nuzzo, assistant deputy warden, went to trial. Everyone else said he was the mastermind behind the heist. He was acquitted and walked free. They searched his mother's house during the time and found lots of stolen office supplies. Klepto.
Okay, yeah.
I
mean, what's a couple of staplers?
I know, like, come on. You're like, better take those staplers back from my office. You're like, yeah, what's a couple of staplers, guys? Nothing to worry about. Considering there were 4 people in the group who committed this crime, why did they do such a shit job? Now, it seems like the police wrapped this up pretty quickly. However, despite how quick it was, and even the fact that some of the thieves admitted to actually doing the crime, where is the Dali? When the guards at Rikers swapped the Dali for a doodle that looked like it belonged on a fridge, investigators knew the clock was ticking. A genuine Salvador Dali had just disappeared from one of the most secure places in New York City. So began the hunt for the Dali. First stop, the staff lockers. Investigators actually searched the guards' personal spaces, half expecting to find a rolled-up masterpiece next to someone's tuna sandwich. No luck. Then came the pawn shop and galleries. Detectives fanned out across New York's art world. Dealers laughed them out of the room. This wasn't a pocket watch. It was a Dali. Selling it would have lit up the art markets like Times Square. We know it was would have been a hot potato.
Hot potato.
Rumors swirled that maybe the painting had been smuggled to a private collector. Or maybe it was hidden in someone's basement, waiting to resurface when the memories had faded. But the most haunting lead ghosts came from inside the conspiracy itself. One of the guilty guards testified that the alleged ringleader, Assistant Deputy Warden Benny Nuzzo, had panicked when the investigation closed in. According to him, Nuzzo claimed that he destroyed the Dali, burned it, tossed it, erased it from existence.
Yep.
We've seen that happen.
We've seen that happen before.
We've seen that happen. People get stressed. Mums get stressed.
Throw it in the lake.
Throw it in the lake. Whether this was true or just a scare story, nobody knows. What we do know is that the Dali has never been seen again. No secret auction, no surprise museum donation, no miraculous attic discovery.
I think he did panic and burn it.
Yeah.
I think he did.
So the hunt ended with not with a recovery, but with a mystery, one that feels fitting, like something Dali himself might have dreamed up. So that's it. The Dali is still in the wind, and the perpetrators basically
quite literally, it could be still in the wind. Little bits of Dali.
The perpetrators basically got a slap on the wrist for stealing, selling, and maybe destroying a $500,000 one-of-a-kind Salvador Dali painting.
She doesn't look that great, if we're being honest.
It's not like it was.
You're buying the
clothes.
brand.
You
in
buying
that
the-
case.
yes,
You're buying the brand.
You are. You're buying the brand and
Yeah.
not the artwork itself.
Yep.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
That is a fascinating story.
Oh my God, SJ. That was good. Also, how did this get by us? Because this is such a
you know what? I've never seen it.
interesting story.
I don't know how she's found it. I'm going to have to find out her sources because I've never seen this story pop up ever.
It's so good. What a
What a treat for us.
Yeah. It was so fun to go in blind together.
Yes,
Yeah.
and try and solve it.
Yeah.
Thank you, SJ. That was
It was light. It wasn't too heavy.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was mystery. There were clues.
there was
we got
clues.
to guess
Oh,
together.
we got to guess together.
Yeah.
That was fun. Thank you, SJ. Maybe we'll do one of these again sometime.
So you're good to do these
Every
all the
week?
time now?
So we're basically just gonna get you to do
TikTok, find a crime.
Fantastic.
Yes. And like we always say, Steph.
Oh, don't put a fork in the toaster if it's turned on. You will electrocute yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
We do
and
all the-
sometimes sometimes there is an English muffin that's just stuck in there and it won't come out.
That
Make sure
crumpet.
it's turned off at the power.
That crumpet,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Or get a wooden chopstick.
Maybe. That's not advice I'd take.
That's fine.
You know what?
Chopstick.
Don't be sticking things in toasters when they're on.
Stop sticking things in toasters, everyone.
Come find us wherever you want.
Come find us.
Come find us. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.